Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to episode number 54 of the Houston Astros franchise here on MLB The Show 20. Today we're going to start off with a series at home against the Minnesota Twins, a 4-game series. If you're excited for this one, make sure you leave a like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. On the mound for the Astros is Rogelio Armenteros, who's after 4 starts sitting with a 3.13 ERA, 1-2 record in that span, whips up to a 1.22. He will start off his day against Byron Buxton, leading off for Minnesota, only hitting 200 on the season. 3-1 to him. He's going to try to lay down a bunt. Looks like Bregman was ready. He charges and guns him down at first base. A beautiful play by Bregman watching the bunt. And we'll take a look at Minnesota's lineup. Next up, we'll see Jorge Polanco, followed by Luis Arraez. Then Miguel Sano, followed by Eddie Rosario, Mitch Garver, Josh Donaldson at third. Jake Cave is the DH, followed by the right fielder and ageless Will Myers. Jorge Polanco up next, 0-2 to Polanco, and he's going to strike out looking on the slider. Might have been a little low, but good pitch nonetheless by Armenteros. Luis Arraez up next, 0-1 to him, and he dribbles one to the second baseman. Altuve fields it, and Altuve throws him out to end the first. On the mound for the Twins is Jose Berrios, who's through 5 starts is with a 3.78 ERA. He is the Twins' ace, so very tough outing here for the Astros, and this one is our string of facing aces. Seems like it continues. Jose Altuve will be leading off for us. His struggles have been documented at this point, only hitting .242 with 2 homers. 2-2 count to him. And he will swing and miss at the slurve, so strike out to begin the Astros side of the inning. Brantley up next, 3-2 to him, full count. He's going to draw a walk, so Brantley will take first base. And that'll lead us off to Yordan Alvarez, whose first pitch swinging at a nice fastball over the middle, a pitch he usually crushes. But Alvarez has been struggling so far, and he pops this one out to left field. Let's take a look at our Astros lineup in this one. We've already seen the first 3 batters. Next, we'll see Bregman in the 4th spot, followed by Avisail Garcia in right. Springer is the 6th hole in center, followed by Yuli playing first today. Mayfield's at short, giving Correa a day off, and then Maldonado behind the plate. Next up is Bregman, full count to him, and he swings through a high fastball to sit down as Berrios strikes out 2 in the bottom of the first. Let's go bottom 2 now. Avisail leading us off, and he's going to take the first pitch and put it into right field, and it gets down. It actually gets over the wall, too, so Avisail Garcia will start off with a ground rule double. Springer up next, 2-0 to Springer, and he lines this one into left field as a base hit. Left fielder's playing very deep, and Garcia will score to give the Astros the first run of the ball game. Yuli's up next, 0-2 to Yuli. He strikes out swinging on the high fastball to record the first out. That means Jack Mayfield's up next, 0-2 to him. He pops out into foul territory, and Sano will put him away for out number 2. Next up is in the 9th spot, Martin Maldonado, 2-1 count, dribbles a fastball up to the pitcher. That'll be an easy throw out of first, and the Astros get 1 in the bottom of the second. How about top 4? Back to the top of the order with the Twins. Buxton goes down on the high fastball. Armenteros off to a solid start to his day. Polanco's up next. First pitch to him. He check swing bunts, flies out to Altuve. A lot going on in that at bat. Next up is Luis Arraez, and he dribbles this one to Yuli at first. So Armenteros is through 4 hitless innings. How about top 5? Miguel Sano leads us off, 2-2 to him. He lines behind at second base to Altuve, and that's the first out of the 5th. Can Eddie Rosario do something? Full count to him. He breaks his bat and dribbles this one to Bregman, playing the left side. So another out, and Armenteros is through 4 2/3. Mitch Garver's up next, 1-1 to him, and he blasts a pitch deep left field. Not even moving is Brantley. That one is gone, and the Twins get their first hit of the day. Just so happens to be a home run, and it's a solo shot, and just like that, this game is tied. So Armenteros' beautiful 4 2/3 start to the day has gone up as he is tied 1-1. Next batter is Josh Donaldson, 1-2 to Donaldson. He drives this one deep left center in the gap. Keeps going back Springer, and he looks up and is gone. Back-to-back jacks by Minnesota. And that's 2 hits, and Armenteros has given up the lead. It's now 2-1 Minnesota here in the top of the 5th. Just with 2 swings of the bat, this game has changed, and the crowd is sitting in silence. 2-1 Twins now. Up next is Jake Cave, the DH, 0-1 to him. He is not going to hit a homer, but he is going to line this one into center field for a base hit. So the inning not just done yet. Will Myers in number 9 spot. He's going to first pitch swing and is stabbed by Jack Mayfield. Beautiful play at short to end the top of the 5th. So now bottom of the 5th, Astros need an answer. Martin Maldonado is going to start off for us. 1-2 to him. And he's going to strike out with a high fastball. Astros can't catch up to that heater by Barrios today. Ote Altuve up next, 1-1 to him. He actually does catch up to the fastball, and he lines it into left field for a base hit. So that'll put a runner on for Michael Brantley, 2-2 to him. He hits this one up the middle, and it's going to get through the infield. So in back-to-back singles for the Astros, puts runners on first and second with 1 out. Jordan Alvarez up next, 0-2 to him. He pops up a high fastball, infield fly rule in effect. So that'll be out number 2. Alex Bregman up next, 3-0 to him. He takes a walk on a high fastball, so bases are loaded for Avisail Garcia. 1-0 to him. He gets a high slurve and is hit deep to left center. Are you kidding me? Grand slam by Garcia, and this one blows it wide open. The train is moving as Garcia has his 4th home run of the season. It is a 4 RBI shot, and the Astros take a 5-2 lead in the bottom of the 5th. Did they answer? You bet they just did in the best way possible. What a shot by Avisail. Let's take another look at a high slurve. He gets all of that one, no doubt about it, all the way to left center field. That one's up on the tracks. It got hit so deep. George Springer up next, 1-2 to him, and he's going to hit a slurve into left field, but is caught out there. But has the damage been done? We're going to go top 6. Byron Buxton leading off. He pops up on the first pitch into shallow right. Altuve is going to make that play for out number 1. Polanco up next, 2-2 to him. He dribbles this one to Yuli at first. He's going to flip it to Armenteros, and there's 2 away in the top of the 6th. Luis Arraez up next, 1-0 to him. He lines this one into center field. He's going to get down for a base hit. So the inning is not over yet, so that's going to put Miguel Sano at the plate. First pitch from Sano, and this one's drilled deep to left field. That ball is out of here in a hurry. You could tell the sound of the bat. That one is gone. 424 feet for Miguel Sano. And that cuts it to a 5-4 ball game. Also, his 11th home run of the season. His average is below 2, so Miguel Sano has been all or nothing this season, and he definitely got all of that one. 5-4 now is your score. Rosario up next, 3-1 to him. He draws the walk on the low fastball, so Armenteros still in the ball game here at the top of the 6th. Mitch Garver up next, and he's going to drown this one to Altuve, so that does end the 6th inning. That will do it for Armenteros as well. But we're going to go later. Fernando Romero comes to the mound, 8 appearances, 4.22 ERA for him here in the bottom of the 8th. Avisail Garcia leading off, can't do much better than what he's done today. Full count to Garcia, and he's going to line a slider. It is fielded by the shortstop and thrown out, so not a home run here for Garcia. Springer's up next, first pitch to him, and he drills a slider into center field. That's a base hit in front of Buxton, and Springer is now on board. That brings up Yuli, 1-0 to him, and he takes the slider and he gets through the left side of the infield. And now we have runners on first and second with 1 out, and the Astros are threatening once more. Jack Mayfield now, 1-2 to him. He takes a changeup, is dribbled to the third baseman, and he's thrown out at first, but the runners do advance for Maldonado. They're going to go with Stubbs, however, and Stubbs aligns this one into left center. It gets down, and 2 runs will come across. Garrett Stubbs comes off the bench in this one, and he gets 2 RBIs for his hit. And it's now a 7-4 game here for the Astros. Next batter is Altuve. He's first pitch swinging. It's going to right field. Not deep enough, as Myers has enough for this one. That'll end the bottom of the 8th. And, we're going to go top 9 with Roberto Osuna coming out to close his 8th appearance of the season. And he's got a 3-run cushion going for save number 8. Rosario's the first batter. He grounds this one deep into the heart of the shift. Altuve plays that one for out number 1. Next up, we have Mitch Garver, who's homered in this one, but he's not going to homer here. Strikes out on the changeup. So now it's down to Josh Donaldson. 1-2 to Donaldson, and he swings and misses on the slurve. That means this ball game is over. Your Astros take this one 7-4. Armenteros does indeed finally get the win, despite the outing he had. As Avisail Garcia has got to be your player of the game. Grand slam at the bottom of the fifth. In order for that grand slam, might not have won this one, as Garcia went 2 for 4, also had a double for his troubles. Good outing by the Astros bats, so it's good to see them put up 7 runs. Don't see that very often, unfortunately, this season. Game 2, we do drop 4-2 in the next one, as the bats went ice cold, as I just said that. Garver went deep again for Minnesota, as there was only 4 hits for the Astros. One of those was a 2-run bomb by Correa, however, as McCullers was your culprit. Game 3 of this 4-game set, Minnesota blanks us 6-0. So after winning Game 1, we lose Games 2 and 3, and now can only split the 4-game series. Altuve had 2 doubles for us. And in that game number 4, it goes the way of Minnesota. They win 6-1, so we blow the series, losing 3 straight. That drops us to 15-13 now, as the bullpen kind of let us down in this one. It was an outing to forget for Kitty as well as Davinsky. Now, though, we go into the second half of the episode, which is the highly anticipated 2-game series at Oakland, as this is our first meeting against the defending World Series champion Oakland Athletics. They sit at 20-10 to start their campaign. Sean Manaea, the lefty, is on the mound for them. He's having a solid season, a nice ace there in Oakland, as it was their pitching that led him last year, and it looks like they're leading him again. Altuve will start off for Houston in this one, and he's going to try to lay down a bunt down the third base line. He's unfortunately thrown out of first base on a close call. And we'll take a look at Houston's lineup in this one. It's a lot of the same. Altuve followed by Garcia now hitting number 2. Alvarez, Bregman, Correa is back in the lineup. Center field is Springer. Right field, Mark Canha, the ex-Oakland Athletic, followed by Justin Smoke and Maldonado. So actually not much of the same, I lied. So Garcia up next, the hero in the first half of the episode. He strikes out, swing on the inside pitch, and that's the first out. Alvarez next, 3-2 to him, and he strikes out as well. So Manaea goes down 1-2-3 in the top of the first. On the mound for Houston, it's Josh James, a hard-throwing right-hander who's got a 4.44 ERA through 5 starts to his season. 144 whip, a little high. Hope he can get that down, as he's going to start off with Franklin Barreto leading off for the defending champs. To Barreto, and he takes a high slider and he looks at it for strike 3. Interesting pitch to take. Well, that's the first out nonetheless. Luis Urias up next. He's going to get jammed inside and dribble this one to Bregman, who fields it and throws him out at first base. Let's take a look at Oakland's lineup in this one. We've seen Barreto and Urias. We will see Olsen, Davis, Chapman, Laureano, the former leadoff hitter, followed by Aristides Aquino in right. Sheldon Neuse in DH, and Sean Murphy is behind the plate. So here is the powerful Matt Olson, 1-2 to him, and he shoots this one to the right side of the infield. There's actually Correa over there to field it, and both pitchers will go 1-2-3. How about we go top 3, starting off with the former Athletic Mark Canha, who's hitting .289 to start off his season, picking up right where he left off in 2020. He was a key part of that Oakland World Series run. He takes a changeup, dribbles it to third base, where Chapman will field it and throw out his former teammate for out number 1. Next up is Justin Smoke, 3-2 to him. And he's going to take a fastball and line it to the right side of the infield to the only person playing over there, Matt Olson. And that's out number 2 in the top of the third. Both pitchers off to a solid start. That's going to bring up Maldonado for a 1-2 count. And he looks at a low fastball that gets called a strike. Nonetheless, that is out number 3 in the third. Bottom of the 3 for Oakland is Aristides Aquino leading off, hitting .266 on the season. 1-2 pitch to him. And Josh James is going to make him miss the slider for a strikeout. That is his second strikeout of the day. Sheldon Neuse up next. First pitch to him, and he drills this one to deep right center. But Garcia is going to field it. That's Canha going to field it for out number 2. Sean Murphy up next, 2-0 to him. He lines it to left field. It's going to get down this time. Now that's Avisail fielding it. But Murphy's going to have himself a 2-out double. It's going to take us back to the top of the lineup. Franklin Barreto, 0-1 to him. He dribbles this one to the right side of the infield. Bregman fields it, and both teams are scoreless through 3. How about top 4, starting off with Jose Altuve, 1-2 to him. He takes a changeup. That's deep to right center. Laureano's got a bleed on it, but he misses it. That is a miss out there in center field, and Altuve was on his horse. He's going to get all the way to third base with a leadoff triple. They're going to rule that one a triple. but Altuve is clutching at his knee. They're saying it could be a severe sprain, not what you want to see if you're the Astros. Jack Mayfield will come in and replace Altuve in this game. But next up is Avisail Garcia, 2-2 to him. He looks at a fastball, strike three looking. Not a pitch. He probably wishes he could have that one back. Next up, Yordan Alvarez, 1-1 to him, and he lines it through the left side of the infield. That's a base hit. And Astros are once again on the board first. It's Alvarez this time with the RBI. So 1-0 is your score now. Alex Bregman up next, 2-2 to him. He gets a slider and gets a hold of it deep to left field, and it's off the wall out there. Alvarez did hold, so he will get to third base, and his second and third now 1 out for Carlos Correa. 0-1 to him, lined right at the shortstop. He fields it. He will throw him out, but Alvarez will score. This is now 2-0 Houston. Next up, George Springer, 0-1 to him. He gets a slider, drills it deep to right field. Aristides is after this one. He does field it this time. So Astros get 2 here in the top of the fourth. How about we go bottom 5, leading off with the third baseman, Matt Chapman, who walked in his first appearance back in the second inning. 3-2 count to him, and he's going to walk again. Changeup is low, so leadoff runner is on first base. Ramon Laureano is up next, and he drills this one deep to left center. Played? No, it's not played. Avisail Garcia missed that one, so another miss, this time by Houston's outfield. And we have runners on second and third, no outs, so the Athletics are threatening. They are going to rule it a double. Aristides up next, and he punches this one through the right side of the infield. 1 run will score. Second run is going to come around, play at the plate, and he has scored in there, safe. So that ties it up at 2. Next batter, Sheldon Neuse. He lines this one to right field. It's going to get down. Miss dive out there in right by Canna. And Athletics have yet to record an out here in the bottom of the 5th. It's going to take us to Sean Murphy, who doubled in his first appearance. He's going to line this one up the middle. Good attempt by Correa, but everybody is safe on the infield single. And now we have bases loaded, no outs for the top of the order. Franklin Barreto, he strikes through a slider. Beautiful pitch by James for his third strikeout. Luis Urias up next. He strikes out as well, this time on the low slider. And now it's full bases loaded with 2 outs. 3-1 to Olsen. He lines this one deep to right field. It's back and deep, but it's just fouled. Just missed it. Now full count to Olsen. He lines this one. Beautiful stab out there by Smoke. And the Athletics only get 2 in that half of the inning. How about we go later into the game? Alex Reyes making an appearance out of the pen. His actually 14th appearance of the season. He's got a 3.38 ERA to back it up. He's going to go bottom 7, starting off with Aristides Aquino. 3-0 count to him, and he's going to walk on 4 pitches. That was a close pitch, but it is a walk nonetheless. Sheldon Neuse up next. Full count to him. He drills this one deep to left center. This ball is carrying. It's carrying, and it's gone. Out of here in left center. And Sheldon Neuse has his 7th home run of the season, a 2-run shot to left center. Goes 409 feet. The Athletics break the tie. It's now a 4-2 game here for Oakland. Sheldon Neuse, he was also on the trade block for Oakland, takes the tie away. Sean Murphy up next, 0-1 to him. He's going to line this one into left field. He's 3 for 3 now in the day with the single. As runner is on first. Still no outs here in the half of the inning. Franklin Barreto up next, 1-2, and he's caught looking on a changeup that I thought was a ball, but umpire did not. It's the first out of the inning. Luis Urias up next. He pops this one up into left field. That is going to be an out recorded by Garcia. And now there's 2 away for Oakland here in the bottom of the 7th. Matt Olson up next. First pitch for him. He's swinging, he's lining, and he's gapping. Down in left center field, Garcia rattles up and goes to get this one. And now we have runners on second and third, 2 outs. So a little bit of a rally here for Oakland. Olson's 5th double of the season extends his hitting streak to 8. Chris Davis up next, and they're actually going to intentionally walk him, setting up a force at any base for Joe Smith out of the pen. So Reyes' day is over, and Joe Smith, who's got a 1.98 ERA, will come and be tasked with getting us out of here in the bottom of the 7th. Matt Chapman, though, has other plans as he gets this one down in right field up against the wall. That is going to be extra bases, and 2 runs will come around to score, and Oakland is now up 6-2. Next up, Ramon Laureano, first pitch for him. He's swinging. He's putting this one in play as well. 2 runs are going to come around again for Oakland, and he's going to take second. It's now an 8-2 ball game, and Oakland has blown this one wide open as the Astros can't get out of this inning. They still can't get this out of this inning. Another base hit. Ramon Laureano is going to come around, and he's going to score. It's now 9-2 Oakland in the bottom of the 7th. What has happened here for the Astros? Finally, they're going to come out of the inning, but it is too little, too late. 9-2 is going to be your final. Oakland wins this one. They blow the doors open in the bottom of the 7th with a 7-run inning and never looked back. Final score 9-2. Reyes gets the loss. Lou Trevino came in. He got the win. And Fall Guys is updated, so I love when the updates happen in the middle of the video. Sheldon Nias is your player of the game thanks to his 2-run shot. Kind of sparked the door for Oakland. Has bad pitching all around for us. And even more bad news, Altuve has an ACL sprain, so he will be out for 1 to 2 weeks. In his place, we're going to call up Aledmus Diaz, who we saw plenty of last year, and has kind of dominated AAA so far this year. So didn't have the best year for us in 2020, but we need a backup middle infielder, and he has some experience. So Aledmus Diaz will get called up, and Jack Mayfield will more than likely fill the void at second base going forward. Game number 2, we win game number 2 9-3, so we split the 2-game series with Oakland. This time our bats came alive with 5 homers. I think Diaz homered in his first game called up, so that's always exciting to see. Hopefully he continues his trend in AAA in the majors. Now, I usually don't sim the first game of a series, but I did sim this series, game 1 against Kansas City, and we win this one 9-7. We got homers from Alvarez and Canna in this one. The reason why I sim this one is that takes us to the end of April, and next episode will be an April recap. And I wanted to get the whole month done, so we'll just play game 2 against Kansas City and see Justin Verlander go up against Danny Duffy in a nice pitching matchup. But that's going to do it for this one. That is end of episode 54. Next up will be the April recap. It's been a while since we've had one of these, and I think we need it, especially since April took a long time to complete. But that's going to do it for this one. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.